Hello everyone. So this video is for the participants and learners of web development module. In web development module, we are going to use uh, different packages of Python to deploy our machine learning and deep learning models. So for this, there are certain kind of installation of IDEs as well as some packages is required. So I want all of you to do these installations before our session or our module begins. So this video will guide you through the steps of installation along with the troubleshooting steps. So let us begin the installation. So the installation that we are doing today is for the purpose of executing the Streamlit applications. So Streamlit is basically a package in Python which enables us to create, it's a very easy way to create web applications for data science and machine learning, and it requires minimal efforts, and its primary purpose is to simplify and speed up the process of turning our data scripts into shareable web applications. So the major purpose of Streamlit is basically for rapid prototyping, for minimal code requirements, so that you can focus on data and the analytics rather than deploying the model. And your model should be interactive, and it is easily shareable. So for that purpose, in the first part of our web development module, we are going to look through how we are going to develop the Streamlit applications. So let me quickly browse you through the steps of like what are we supposed to install. So here, for the purpose of using it, we are supposed to follow these steps. So the first step is, I believe that you have already done programming in Python in previous modules and previous course. So Python might already be installed in your system. The first step is basically to install Python. So I suppose Python is already installed. So we are going to first check if Python is installed or not. If it is installed, then it's all right, which, I'm sure it will be installed in your system. Otherwise, I will show you how you can go ahead and install Python. The second step is to download and install the VS Code editor. So VS Code editor basically is the Visual Studio coding editor. It's a free editor and available for various platforms. So here I will be showing you a demo for Windows. So the link is given over here. I'll also show you how you can search for it over the internet and how we can reach to this page. And it's a simple installation. It will not require much time, just internet connectivity. So the second step is to install the VS Code editor. The third step is to create virtual environment. So here, when we are installing Streamlit package, so sometimes, managing the environment variables and managing the path and all becomes a challenge. So that is what is the major trouble which comes along the way when working with Streamlit package operations. So from the beginning itself, what we are going to do, we are going to create a virtual environment, then activate that virtual environment. So virtual environment is kind of a closed environment within your system in which you can install all the packages and dependencies, and there will be no need for you to look for path variables or look for which of the application is visible or not, or which packages are visible or not, because these are the major challenges faced by programmers while working on any kind of new packages or any kind of web applications, because our IDE is going to communicate with the local server, then it is going to communicate with the web browser. So there is a lot of interdependencies here and there. So we don't want to go into the troubleshooting hassle of to debug all the problems which arise unnecessarily because of the visibility of the packages. So this is why the step number 3 and 4 are very important. So just with a simple command, we are going to create a virtual environment. You can imagine virtual environment as a folder in your system. And then we are going to activate that environment. Activating virtual environment means making that folder visible to your VS Code editor. And in that environment, we are going to install our Streamlit package. Okay, so when Streamlit package is installed within that, Python is visible to you all throughout the system. Then we are going to write a simple application in Streamlit and going to deploy that application. So these are the simple steps. You can just, install and check as well that whether it is installed or not. So let us begin first with, looking at whether Python is installed in your system or not. So to look at that, you simply have to open command prompt. Okay, so I have clicked on the Windows button. I have written CMD. So when you write CMD, the command prompt, the icon is visible. You can click on it. It will open the command prompt. And to check if Python is installed or not, you have to write this simple command, Python. Then with a space, you have to give two dash and then version. Okay, so this is what is the command which lets us know if Python is installed or not. So as you hit enter, it is going to give you version of Python which is installed in your system. If suppose Python is not installed in your system, then this command will give you an error. Okay, so the command is simple, Python space hyphen hyphen version or dash dash version with all small letters. So here it is showing that Python is installed in my system, so I don't have to install it. Similarly, for your system, you can check if Python is installed or not. So for like, I believe that for all of you, Python is installed. But still, if you have got a change in system or your system is formatted and Python is not installed, then what you can do? Then simply you have to go to your browser and open Python's official website. Okay, so instead of that, you can simply type install Python. Okay, so as you type install Python, the first link, which is, Python's official website, python.org will be visible to you. So just click on this. Okay, so click on install download Python, python.org/download. So this is the official website of Python, python.org. Here you have to go to download section and select Windows because my system is Windows. So whatever is your operating system, you can select that and click over here. Okay, so as you click over here, it will download a setup file. So this is a Python, like whatever is the latest version. You can save that file, then you can browse to that folder and simply double click and execute that file. Okay, so I'm not going to run it, but I'm just going to show you the step. So just remember to click these boxes. Okay, add Python exe to path and this one, because until and unless this thing is added to path, it will not be visible in your VS Code. So just click these two buttons and then click on install now. Don't click on custom installation, click on install now, and then it will simply take, hardly 1 minute of time and install it. So just remember to click these two buttons. All right. In my system, Python is already installed, so I'm not going to go ahead with this step. Now let us see how we can install. The second step that we have seen was to install the VS Code editor. Okay, so to download and install Virtual Studio Code Editor. So the link is given over here. Okay, so if you cannot find the link, you simply have to write install VS Code on Windows or like for whatever operating system, running Visual Studio Code on Windows. Okay, so installing and running Visual Studio Code. So it will open this link for you. Okay, so like because the link, like I'm showing you the video, so you won't be able to write the whole link. So simply on your browser, you can search for install Visual Studio Code. The icon is something like this, the blue icon you can see over here. So now this is the link to download the installer or the setup. As you click on the link, it will browse you to the page and it will ask you to save this setup and download it from here. So you are going to save the setup. Okay. So as you click on download, so it will download it and you will be able to see the setup. So see in my downloads folder, the VS Code setup is here. So I have already downloaded. So it is showing me with a 1. Okay. Now once it is downloaded, you have to install it. All right. So to install it, just simply double click it. So only download will need the internet connection. So installation will not be dependent on your internet connection speed. So just click on accept terms. So this is the folder, right? So create a start menu folder. If you want, you can like deselect it, create a desktop icon. So these are just for custom installation. Just click on install. Okay, so it will take hardly 1 minute of time to do the installation. Okay, so the installation is finished. Here it is clicking launch Visual Code Studio. So automatically it will launch when you install it for the first time. And for later times, you can look for the icon on your you can look for the icon on the desktop. So icon like this will be visible to you over the desktop. Let me share it. Yes. See, the icon for Visual Studio Code is visible on the desktop. Also from the start menu, you can search for Visual Studio Code. Okay, so in short, we call it as VS Code Editor. The full name is Visual Studio Code. Okay, so at the first time, it will automatically launch. So this is how it will look for. Okay, now first of all, you create a package or a folder in your system. All right, so suppose this is my system. Okay, and suppose on the desktop, I'm creating a folder. So just create a folder at the location of your choice to, have it as a workspace. Streamlit Asian practice. Okay. So I'm not giving a very fancy name. So this is the package which I have created on the desktop, Streamlit Application Practice. So this package will help us keep organized all our folders. So what I will do, as you open VS Code Editor, untitled workspace will be shown. Okay, here next to it, it will be a plus icon which will allow you to add a new folder. Okay, you can add a new folder to it and name it as, or you can add that folder also. To do that, be here, file, can add that folder to workspace. And the folder that you have created, Streamlit Application Practice, that you can add on the workspace. Okay, so it will just give you a warning that whether you trust the authors of this one. So see, Streamlit Application Practice is added. Okay, so how this will help you, like you can go the other way around also. You can create a folder here itself, but sometimes people find it difficult to locate the folder that you have created. So instead of that, you can go in the reverse order. You can create the folder first and browse it here. To browse the folder, you have to do is you have to add folder to workspace. Go to file, add folder to workspace, browse the location of folder that you have created. Okay, so now we are in this folder. All right, so when you are in this folder, click on terminal. All right, so now we have completed our two steps, which is step number one, installing, like checking and installing Python. Step number two, downloading and installing VS Code Editor. Now, before we go ahead for Streamlit package installation, we have to create the virtual environment. Okay, so how we can create the virtual environments? Let's look at that. We have to be here, click on the terminal icon. Okay, so in the VS Code editor, click on terminal, click on new terminal. Okay, so you can select on which folder you are. So it will, you have to select, these are the two folders actually. So you will select the current folder. In your case, I think it will be the single folder only. Now here, write the command to create a virtual environment in your system. So the command is Python -m. I will also paste it in a larger font for your reference. You can, slow down the video or pause the video and have a look at the command. So the command is Python -m, then virtual environment, VENV. Okay, after that, you can give the virtual environment's name. Okay, so you can give it like uh, you know, Preeti, the virtual environment. Streamlit practice. Okay, so give a meaningful name so that you are sure, which environment to activate. So the virtual environment name which I have given is Preeti VNV Streamlit practice. You can give it according to your choice. And once you hit enter, it will create a virtual environment for you. Okay, so you can have a look here. It has created, it does not give any error. So that means the virtual environment is created. Now, after virtual environment is created, you need to activate the virtual environment. So to activate the virtual environment, the command that you have to give is dot, then slash, then the name of your virtual environment. So name of my virtual environment is this one, And if you are giving a big name, you can simply copy paste it to avoid any kind of error. Sorry, to avoid any kind of errors. Just copy paste it from here. Okay. Then slash, then paste the name. Then you have to write the command scripts with capital S and then activate. Okay, so I'll paste both these commands once I'm done installing. So click over here and it will show that Preeti VNV Streamlit practice is now active. Okay, so before you can see the command prompt was showing like directly the location. Now it is showing that within that environment, this folder is now activated. Like this environment is now active. Okay, so at this step, some of you, okay, so let me first paste these two commands for you. So the first command is installing the package and the second command is activating the virtual environment. So in my PPT, let me paste these two commands. All right. Yes. Okay. So to create virtual environment, the command is this one. Activate virtual environment. The command is this one. Okay, so I hope this will be now visible to you. You can pause your video and you can have a screenshot and then. So VNEV is the command, then the name of your virtual environment, and then a Streamlit package. I think there will be Python also here. Just a second. No, the full command is Python -n. So I missed. Yeah, so sorry. I missed the first part of it. Yes. So the command is actually Python -m and then VENV. This is the command, and Preeti, this is the name of the virtual environment. You can give it of your choice, and after that you have to activate it. But in between these two, there could be a chance that it will give you an error that scripts cannot be executed. You don't have permissions to execute the script. Okay. So in order to deal with that error, because while in my system the permissions are set accordingly, so I'm not getting any kind of errors. But in your system, you might encounter such error. So what you have to do is you have to open the PowerShell, right? So if it executes like mine, then there is no problem. But for those where it gives you an error that you cannot run this scripts, this scripts is not deactivated because of security reasons. So what you can do, click on the start menu, write down PowerShell. Okay, so as you write uh, PowerShell, so it will show you the icon Windows PowerShell. Okay, click on it and open it as administrator, run as administrator. Okay, so on your Windows button, click Windows PowerShell, search for Windows PowerShell, click over here and run as administrator. Right, so when you click and run it as administrator, it will ask you for a permission and then it will open the PowerShell. Okay, in this PowerShell, you can write the command get execution policy. Okay, so get, after that a space, then hyphen execution policy. Execution policy, E is in capital letter and P is in capital letter. So as you hit enter, it will show you the execution policy. So I think for you, for whom it is showing you the error, it will show restricted. Okay, so here you can write the command set hyphen execution policy remote SIG signed. Okay, so you can write it as remote sign. That means different applications can use it. Otherwise, you can also set it to open for all. So I will not recommend that. So you can set it like this, hit enter. In my system, it is already set. So I'm not hitting an enter. So once you do that and come back again to your VS Code editor and run this command to activate the virtual environment, then it will work. Okay. So here we have completed the step number 3 and 4 also. Okay, so we have installed Python, we have installed VS Code editor. Through the VS Code editor's terminal, we have created a virtual environment and activated that virtual environment. And also we have looked at what common problem could occur and how to resolve that problem. Okay, now let us move ahead and do the installation of Streamlit package. So you have to be in the same environment, okay, and do the installation of your Streamlit package. Okay, so Streamlit package installation is again very simple. You simply have to write the command pip install Streamlit. Okay, so Streamlit, pip install Streamlit. I'll also copy this command and paste it in the PPT for you. Okay, so you can pause your video here and execute it. So as you hit enter, it will do the installation of this command of Streamlit package. Okay, so you can see there are no errors occurring over here. It will take some time depending on your internet speed and bandwidth, and it will do the installation, right? So in the meantime, let me paste the command for Streamlit installation over here. Okay, to create and activate virtual environment over here so that we can have a look at them together. Okay, so here you can see in the background that your Streamlit package is now installed. Okay, so the Streamlit package is installed. It is just showing us some warning is there for pip that you can upgrade pip, otherwise it is installed. Now what we have to do to test whether everything is installed properly or not, you can write a program. So this is my folder, Streamlit application practice. Here you can create a new file. You can name the file as app.py. All right, so a Python file will be created. For this Python file, I actually already have a code. So I'm not going to take much time typing. I will just simply copy this code. So this code is simply, opening the browser and pasting hello everyone in that browser window. So the title of that page is going to be my Streamlit app and it will be hello everyone. And during the class I'll explain you the code and everything, but just to test that whether the Streamlit installation is correct or not, you simply have to create a virtual in that virtual environment. You have to create this app.py and you have to just save it and run it. Okay, so it is saved. You can click on Control S. This will be saved. Now to run this pump application, the command is Streamlit run. And then because we are in the same environment and same package, you simply have to write the name of your program. So name of my program is app.py. So the command is Streamlit space run and the name of your, the name of your program. All right. So I'm writing this, I hit enter. As I hit enter, it will open the browser and it will show my Streamlit app as the heading and hello everyone as the content. Okay, so these various uh, you know parts of the browser and all, how to write that I will show you, but just write this code so that you can test that whether everything is installed or not. So this installation will streamline our process of going through the lectures, and in the lectures you won't be different people won't be getting new errors, and we won't be investing much time in troubleshooting. Even after watching this video, if you are getting any kind of errors or not able to troubleshoot or anything, you may please reach me out at my email id. I will mention my email id in the ppt itself. So these are the steps, right? So to run the application, let me write that step also. Okay, so these are the steps of installation. The command and all also I have written below each of them. So you can take a snapshot or pause the video and have a look at them. Thank you so much, everyone. My email ID I'll write over here. So if you have any issues, do reach me out at my email, and please make sure that you do the installation uh, before the session begins. Yes, so if you're having any errors or issues, you may reach me out over here with the screenshot of error messages that you're getting. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. I hope you do the installation and see you in the class. Thank you.